Greetings, I'm Wham Bam Duel, and just as every other YouTuber has been doing for the past week, I'm making a Master Duel video. Why didn't I make one when it came out? It was, as everybody knows, a surprise release, and so I didn't get a good chance to get started on it because it released at a awkward time for me. I have been sticking as a free-to-play player, just as I have been for Duel Links. And so in this video, I just want to talk about my experience with Master Duel after 1 week. As you can see, I've made it to Platinum, but I'm also rather low on gems. You see, when I first started playing Master Duel, I made a big mistake. I did not build a deck that was competitively viable. I thought this game is going to be a lot more free-to-play friendly, so I'll start by building the decks I like. And just to say, not all of these are complete. Take the Ice Barrier deck, for instance, which is a deck that I plan on building just for fun because I like Ice Barriers. As we can see, I have none of the SRs or URs for it. The only decks I have that I wanted to build for fun that I have complete right now are my Blue Eyes decks, which are what I've been mainly using in Ranked to this point. This is my main Blue Eyes deck. As I said, I probably shouldn't have built this first, but I was so enthusiastic to be able to build a better version of the Blue Eyes deck I play in real life, because I don't have access to Hard Earth Dragon in real life, and that was a big part of the strategy I wanted to create. But yeah, from the same pack that I got the Blue Eyes cards from this deck from, I also got a lot of the Blue Eyes cards for the Incantation build I wanted to make. And then most of these are just decks that I've wanted to make. World Chalice I just kind of made from scratch. I know I don't have lib or anything, but, you know, I was just using it from the solo mode rewards. The competitive level decks I'm trying to build right now are Drytron, but as we can see, I'm still missing a few cards. I just kind of net decked this. But yeah, I'm hoping I'll be able to get the remaining UR and SR tokens or whatever to finish making this deck. And then the other competitive type deck I've been making that I actually kind of enjoy is Dragon Link. And of course, once Destroy Phoenix Enforcer comes to the game, I'm going to be replacing these with everything for that, respectively. These are just kind of placeholders. Yeah, I kind of screwed myself by creating the decks I wanted to play first, and then realizing, oh shit, I can't win in Ranked, because, you know, everybody's playing meta in Ranked. That's something I should have thought about ahead of time. And while that is on me, it's still a little frustrating. As we can see, I've been losing a bit in Platinum tier. I've been trying a few various decks that are cheap to build, and they haven't been doing me too well. Let's talk about the solo mode. I actually really enjoyed playing through the story mode. I really liked that they made one for Klee, because I absolutely love Klee. They're probably like the only Pendulum deck I actually like. I also really like what they're doing with the World Legacy. I hope this continues soon. In terms of stuff at the shop, I spent way too many gems on cosmetics. Again, what can I say? But yeah. Lately, I've just been buying out a bunch of Stalwart Force because it's just the easiest way to get some of the staple cards I'm looking for. I've been sticking away from Rivals of Legends and the Master Packs because those have pretty much everything else that I don't really need. I got the Dual Pass, and that did help me build up the Drytron deck quite a bit because that was the one I was focusing on first. But I've completed this already. I will say, I feel like the rewards for each level were kind of small. Also, I feel like we could have gone with more icons and more monster arts, and maybe even more mates than just the one of each we got. Give these gold passes and master passes some more flavor, and I think they'll be a lot better than they already are. I did like that beating the solo mode in certain areas gave you gems. Like if you beat the final thing with your own deck, you got the 200 gems. But, you know, that dries up. And once you complete your duel pass, that also kind of dries up, and so your only way to get gems is through dueling in ranked. But as I said, if you didn't build a competitively viable deck from the get-go, like I didn't, then you're kind of screwed, because you're stuck with the one or two not as good decks you built, and a whole bunch of parts of better decks and other decks you like. Like, I built a fully functioning cubic deck that did pretty well, but I had to get rid of a lot of it to start building the Drytron deck. And, of course, that was kind of sad. But I will say, it's only been a week. We haven't even seen any events. I feel like events are going to be a big way for free-to-players like me to get some really good gems in. Or at least that's what I'm hoping. Because this game has so much potential, and I'm really excited to see what comes of it. And while we're here, might as well have a look at me, in case anybody wants to add me. I'm Wham Bam Duel, as y'all know. There's my ID and all. So far, I'm only following my friends, with them following me back, but yeah, I am unfathomable. And I got my little pot of greed buddy. I do like these little mates or duel buddies or whatever. I even enjoyed collecting them. Before I got Pot of Greed, I was actually sticking with Georgiano because I really like that you can play rock, paper, scissors with him to pass the time during the opponent's turn while they're doing all their Sky Striker combos and Tri-Brigade shit. Which, you know, as someone who's a bit of a scrub, is not very much about that. Before Georgiano, I was kind of sticking with Overload Dragon because I like me my rockets. As for monster art, I got all these titles. I do really like the mission system in this game. You know, you get gems for logging in daily. It's pretty cool, but it's only 20 a piece, so you gotta log in for like 500 days to get 10 packs worth, and it's not worth opening less than 10 packs at once because then you don't get your guaranteed SR. And then I also really like the secret missions. I'm hoping I can complete some of these soon to get some of the cool titles like Strong Arm and Demon. Those just seem like cool little flexes. The only thing I don't like about these is that when you're in situations like dealing over 8,000 damage in a single attack and winning on your first attack turn, a lot of opponents you face in ranked will just surrender before you get the chance to actually fulfill these, and so they're just kind of stuck. Somehow I've managed to have 12 opponents that have been willing to wait for me to deal my over 8,000 damage, but I've only had one opponent willing to wait for me to win on my first attack turn without surrendering. So it is a little awkward. And then this one I just got from Heart of Dragon exclusively, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I do like the way some of these rewards look. I feel like they can definitely add a lot more with time. Again, it's still way too quick to fairly judge this game, considering it's only the first week and we haven't even had a single event yet. But I'm really liking the look of it overall. I do see a lot of promise. The fact that even though I don't have the materials to do so, I can just build whatever deck I want. It all looks pretty damn sweet. I will say, I'm not a big fan of the fact that it seems to be using the OCG ban list right now. Mostly because, and I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I'm not really a big fan of Max C. The big counter argument against my complaints with Max C is that it's only to counter the most powerful decks. Bullshit. Max C counters everything. Every deck, or I guess every deck except tribute summon based decks like Monarchs and Flounderies, which aren't even in here yet, I don't think. Every other deck aside from those special summon a lot in a turn. And even just 2 special summons gives your opponent a +1. Like, if you want to punish your opponent for special summons, play Nibiru, please. Because Max C is just so frustrating to duel against. Because looking at all these, they all special summon a lot. Like, even not super competitive decks like World Chalice, they special summon like 50 times in a turn. You want to punish them? Play Nibiru, please. Max C, I do not like it. It's just very frustrating. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks that way, because all my friends who've been playing in ranked do not like Max C either. Going through the ban list as well, I absolutely hate that this card's at 1. This thing needs to get banned immediately if possible. What else? What else is up at this ban list? Honestly, Max C and True King of All Calamities are like my only real complaints right now. Those are the two main cards that I've just been finding absolutely frustrating to duel against. And you know, they're all ultra rares, so of course I don't get a chance to use them because of my stupid decisions early on that I guarantee I'm not the only person who made them. But yeah, aside from that, Master Duel is showing a lot of promise so far. My main complaints are stuff that is mostly my fault, like building Blue Eyes from the get-go and not making Max C. I do like that actually there are a bunch of staples at lower rarities, like Bottomless is still decent, Tarantula is a very good card. Even Twin Twister's just a super rare, that's not too difficult. I do like that you get stuff like Monster Reborn, Rhoda for free, and then also the easy to get Lightning Storm, Solemn Judgment, and Ash. Those were all pretty cool. I liked that they were part of their own thing. And then these are just some of the UR staples I'm planning on making. I don't want to make Max C because I feel like it definitely is on the potential chopping block once they start implementing ban lists into this game beyond the starting one. That being said, I don't think I have much else to say about Master Duel. We kind of went through everything. I talked about missions. Yeah, to be honest... Oh, hang on, I gotta set back by agreed. To be honest, I do really like Master Duel. It has... I love the music, I love the visuals, I love everything about it. It's even free to play friendly if you're not stupid like me. I know I've said this like 5 times, but it's showing a lot of promise. With that being said, I'm Wham Bam Duel, and I'm always happy to see you.